Hi guys, I'm going to zoom into this so I can get you informed about this next task about biomass pyramids. Let me zoom in. All right, so your classwork should look like this. You're watching this video because I'm going to discuss a few things about the energy pyramid. We've been discussing biomass pyramids, meaning the energy within the amount of organisms within each level. So that's a little specific. Now I'm going to zoom out for you so we can look more generally. Here, the levels in the pyramid are called trophic levels or trophic levels. You can say it either way. That the trophic or trophic is meaning the feeding or the energy within this level. So like a feeding level, I guess you can say. The very first level, and it's always going to be represented as level 1 trophic level, are the producers because they own the most amount of energy within a pyramid. As the pyramid goes up, the levels of consumers fill in the next levels. So levels 2 going all the way up are all consumers. Only the producers are in level 1. The primary producers are on level 1. The consumers are on levels 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you can see here, the producers start in herbivores, that's in level 2, and then go up to decomposers. Now stop, think, and chat. Why do you think this happens? And then go ahead and play the video immediately after. Cool. So y'all should have time to talk about this. Why do you think the herbivores are at the bottom and the decomposers are at the top, or the carnivores really at the top? Well, that's because of what these organisms eat. And it all depends on the amount of energy that they get from the previous organism. So the herbivores, meaning that they're plant-eating animals, they eat the producers. The omnivores eat both. They eat plants and animals. So they're eating the herbivores as well as the producers as well. That's why they're just a level above, because they also eat animals. They also eat meat. The carnivores, eating only meats, like they do not eat plants at all, no berries, no nothing. They're at the top level because they get less energy than the omnivore and herbivore producers. And then the decomposers, they're just getting whatever is left because they're just like eating up all of the carnage. It's called like humus, if you want to say it that way. It's like broken down, decaying leaves and whatnot. So they're just getting whatever is left, the decomposers. And then it goes back and it's recycled back to the producers. It's like this ever-going chain. So the producers have the most energy. The herbivores get that energy from the producers, but the energy slowly seeps out of this system because the organisms release energy as heat every single time. So if you think about us, whenever we release energy, say that you're exercising. You need a lot of food. You exercise for a long period of time. You're doing your cardiovascular exercise in gym. And then you start to get really hot. Well, that's energy being released from your body. It's energy being released. You also sweat to cool your body down to maintain your body temperature. That's being released too. So just like other organisms, we release energy as heat and as H2O, as water. So that's why these organisms are losing energy each and every time it goes up through the pyramid. Each and every time as they're eating the organisms, there's energy that's being lost. It's being lost to the environment, but it'll also be recycled going back to the producers, okay? Remember, energy is not created or destroyed, it's just recycled. So let's try and answer some of these questions together. I'll answer a couple with you. So for number 1, which type of organisms are in level 1 of the pyramid? Well, they're producers, okay? But I don't just want you to say producers. I want you to tell me, give me some specifics. Like, what producers do you know? Okay, sure. If you get producers, you'll get like half a point, whatever. But you need to be specific. So you can say producers such as, give me some examples. I hope you said grass, you can say flowers, you can say trees, you can say acorns, all of that good stuff, okay? So those are some examples there. Now let's talk about number 2. How do organisms change as we go up the pyramid? And why do you think this happens? When I'm asking you how do organisms change, I'm talking about how do their feeding patterns change. Well, look, we start as herbivores and then we go into omnivores and then we go into carnivores. Remember how we talked about how organisms obtain energy due to their teeth? What's happening to these organisms? Well, the type of consumer, spelled it wrong, of consumer changes as do their teeth, and feeding patterns. Okay, so that's what you need to mention as well. You can copy this verbatim, word per word. That's what it means, because this is what you need. This is what you need to know. All right. And which organisms have the most amount of energy and why? Tell me why. Why is there less energy available to organisms as they go up the pyramid? I spoke to you about that. What's being released? What do we release? And then number 5, list some organisms you would find in level 4. You know, which organisms are carnivores. You can definitely look this up if you need to on Uncle Google. And then what is the rule that was mentioned in this video? I'm going to mention it now. It's called the 10% rule. Okay. Go ahead and write down the 10% rule. It's called 10% rule. This 10% rule is the reason why energy is lost at each level, why the pyramid, why this energy that goes passed on to each organism is a pyramid. Because say the producers have like 100% of energy. Well, the herbivores, how much energy do you think that they're going to get if the producers have 100%? It's not 90, it's not 80, it's actually 10%. If the producers have 100%, the energy in trophic level 2 with the herbivores has 10%, because the next leading level, the next level up, only gets 10% of the energy this bottom organism has, because of everything else. Like 90% of the other energy is released as heat. Now, think about this. How much energy is the omnivore going to get? If the herbivore had 10% of that total energy, how much energy is the omnivore going to get? Well, what's 10% of 10? Do you not know this? 1. Okay, so that's 1%. And then you can keep going up and up and up, and then you'll go ahead and identify the amount of energy that's going past on to the levels. Yes, you will have like 0.1%, 0.01%. That happens, and that's the amount of energy that is in our ecosystem, and that's what happens, okay? Just know that the producers always have the most energy. All right. Go ahead and continue answer the rest of these questions. Reading on into this task 2 about the 10% rule is going to go more in depth. So go ahead and read, highlight as you can, answer these questions because they'll really help you with understanding the 10% rule. We actually discussed this in 5th grade. This is just going a little bit more in depth with it, and I know that you forgot because we saw your scores on your pretest. So let's continue to go over this, all right? Other than that, good job. We are done for this video.